everyone, Sandy here. Welcome to week number 5 of my 13 Frights Before Halloween. I'm so excited to have you joining me. Today I'm going to show you how to make this cute door hanger boo box that you can hang on a neighbor's door or your kid's door and say, "You've been booed." So I love how it turned out. I've got some treats in here, some nuts, some healthy treats. Come Halloween, there'll be candy tucked in there as well. So anyway, I had a lot of fun creating this, and I hope you'll stay tuned and watch how to make it. Oh yes, I almost forgot. This is a YouTube collaboration between like-minded YouTube crafters for Sandy's 13 Frights Before Halloween 2022. So use the hashtag if you make something for the open part of the collaboration, and be sure to check out the YouTube creators listed down below. Click on more and go to their channels and see what they've created for this week. This is week number 5. To create a door holder treat box, you need one piece of heavyweight cardstock, and I am using the Country Craft Creations My Colors in an autumn leaves orange color. It's a really pretty orange color. And you're going to cut your 12 by 12 piece down to 11.5 by 11.5. And then put it in your scoreboard, and we're going to start off by scoring at 1.5, and I'm going to go over it a couple of times to make sure it goes through good. Then 5.5, 7, and 11. Okay, good score there. Then we're going to turn this, turn it so that this wider section is at the top, and we're going to score at 1.5, and at 4.5. Okay, so that's our scoring. We can put the scoreboard up. And now we're ready to do some cutting. And I'm going to cut here on my mat using a ruler and my craft knife. Okay, so before I started cutting, turn this so that you have your 1.5 here, your next widest here, and you have this like this. This really heavy cardstock. So it's going to make a really sturdy box, but I'm going to fold it up like that so you can see the score lines. So you have this one here. You want the, let's see, it is about, you want your tallest one at the top. I can't think today. Okay, 4.5 is here at the bottom. And I took my pen and I marked an X from this 1.5 score line over. This is going to come out, just this top part, and then this whole section is going to come out. So I'm going to take my ruler, because I tend to cut better with a craft knife and a ruler than I do with my scissors. I'm going to line this up. So I'm just going to make a cut here on the side to the first score line and stop. So I have cut right there. So I'm going to turn this. What I'm doing is cutting out this 1.5 inch section here. Just make sure my lines are lined up on the score line. Give it a good cut. I'm going to take this piece out. I cut it right. Need a little more right here in this corner. Right there. Okay, so that we've taken that out. This piece here is going to be our door hanger, okay? And this bottom piece is going to be our box. Now where this big X is, we're going to take out all of that. So from, you've got a 1/2 inch score, your wider score, and a 1.5 right here. So line up your ruler. Now if you want to do this with scissors, that's fine. I'm just going to slice that out and then turn, and we're going to cut out right here. So we have taken out this whole piece. So yeah, that's kind of a waste. Just save that. You can use this to punch out something. Then I'm going to take my corner rounder so I don't forget my 1/2 inch punch, and I'm going to punch the top 2 corners of this piece here. And I didn't quite get that cut right. So I'm going to line it up again a little bit with my ruler. I didn't get the line cut out right, and I want it perfect. So right here, I need to cut a little more. So don't be afraid if you need to, straighten something up. You can do that. So I got it. So now that rounds there. So this is going to be our top part of our door hanger, and this is where we're going to put the hole for our hanger. Okay, so next we need to get this ready so we can assemble a box. Okay, so this 1.5 section here is going to be our tabs. Okay, so we're going to cut out, let's see, I know I want this go here, here. I'm just folding these so I can see them. Fold this one, and then the bottoms are going to fold up. So we're going to go along and we're going to cut along each score line. There. Cut on this one, just up to your 1.5 inch score line. Whoops. Okay. You cut this one here, this little 1/2 inch, and then over here we cut. Okay, so now we have those. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to cut out this little rectangle with a 1/2 inch right there. So now we have it looking like that. Okay, so we have these cut, this cut, this cut. Now we want to make some angle cuts, and you can take your scissors for that. So I'm just going to make a miter cut into that cut line like that. Cut one here. Cut one for this one. So it's like cutting out a V on each side of that score line. And then also do a miter cut on this one right here. Okay. So now we have that. I'm going to do a miter cut right here. And then a little bit right here. Okay, now we have it ready to assemble as a box. But before we do that, let's go ahead and I will make my hole for my door hanger right up in here. Now I'm going to go off camera, do that on my die cutting machine that's on another counter over there, and I will show you the size of it just as soon as I get that cut. Okay, so I cut the hole out of the top, and it is about 2 3/4 wide. So you want one at least 2.5 to 2 3/4, maybe even 3, if depending on the size die you have or punch, that is big enough to go over a doorknob handle. You don't want to make it too small. So I put it about 1/2 inch from the top and 5/8 from each side. So I think that's going to be a good location for the to hang your doorknob, hang it on your doorknob. So now take your bone folder and go along and fold all your lines and burnish. And if you have any little pieces sticking out, just trim those off. And so I am folding and burnishing it so that they go towards the inside of my box. And I'll just see a little bit here I need to trim maybe. Okay, so what it's going to do, it's going to come together like this to create your box. So I'm going to go ahead and cut pattern paper. So let me find my pattern papers and we'll get that done. So pick your pattern papers out. I've already cut mine. I'll go over that with you, and your embellishments. So this is new. Last week, well, I went to Tuesday morning to look for some pillows with my daughter. I spied 2 Simple Story collections that I didn't have. So I picked them both up. This is one of them. This is called Boo Crew. It is so cute. So that's what I'm using to decorate this with, and you'll probably see it maybe in an album or something during one of these 13 Frights before Halloween. But anyway, so I cut out a piece to fit this, and I made mine almost the exact size. So I cut this just slightly under 4. And then I made it longer because I made it 7.5. I want it to go over this score line here. We don't fold that. I forgot to tell you, don't fold this score line. This stays straight. We want to keep that. And so by bringing that pattern paper down over it, it strengthens that up. We don't want that bending there, okay? So then I lined up the paper, rounded the corners, lined up the paper, and marked where the circle would go and cut a same size circle with my die cut because, like I said, I can't find my nesting circles anywhere. They've got to be here somewhere, but goodness knows where. But anyway, I chose this one with the wording on it. I thought that's so cute for the back there. And then I'm going to have the jack-o'-lanterns on the front, on the outside of it, and then I'm going to have the stripe on the inside, which is the back side. So one sheet of the jack-o'-lantern paper, and these are cut. You cut 4 that are 3 inches tall by just under 4 inches wide, and then you need 1, 2, 3, 4 this size that are 1.5 wide by the 3 inches tall. Now I haven't cut for this yet, but I will cut one of those. Or you can leave the bottom plain. You don't have to. Now I'm going to look at this. So when this comes together, of course, this is going to glue like this. The bottom, oops, and then this wraps around to the front. So we don't want to pattern one end yet. We can do everything else except the one end because I didn't cut anything for this bottom yet. I probably will cut one for that. So I am going to be inking with the black soot distress ink. So I'm just going to run that around all the edges of my pattern papers. Get rid of that white core if there's any showing on your paper. And when you cut it, the circle one looks okay, but I'm going to kind of run some in there. So I'm going to go ahead and ink all these real quick. Okay, so we've got those inked up. Now we're ready to glue them in. And like I said, except for this one here on the end, I'm just going to put an X so I know not to glue one on just yet. So let's go ahead and get all this glued in. So like I said, I'm going to put the stripe on the inside. So I'm going to speed up the camera again and just glue everything in. Okay, so I should have glued this one on first, so I'm going to glue it down and then I'm going to cut another one of these. The reason I should have glued it on first is so that that 1/2 inch that sticks down below is covered by the other paper. So I goofed up there. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this on. So when you're doing yours, if you're doing this pattern paper with the extra on the bottom to cover that fold, put this piece on, this pattern piece on first. So line it up, get it on here, okay, and burnish that. So I did goof that, so I'm going to pause for just a second and recut this piece right here. I think I have extra of it. If not, I'll put a different pattern paper there on the back, so hang on. So if you did like me and you glued this down first before doing the backing one, cut you a new piece, which is what I did, and it will turn out just fine. So go ahead and glue this one on now, and then we're ready to put the box part together. And this is another quick, easy project to make. I think it's a lot of fun, and it'll be ready to add treats to. So we got that burnished in. Holding this one, we're not ready for that yet. Okay, so there we go. We've got all of this. So I'm going to, the reason you want this on the outside is so that you have a finished edge right here. So this 1/2 inch tab on the inside, put your glue, and you've already burnished all your fold lines. So put your glue, bring this around, and attach it right there on the edge. And hold it for a bit. Burnish it if you want to use a clip to hold it in place. Make sure it is down in there and lined up right all the way to the fold line. So just kind of pulling it there to make sure it's lined up. I'm going to clip that right there and let that grab. Then this one, okay, so I'm going to put glue on these short tabs on the inside of them. And I'm going to attach them down to one of the longer pieces here. And then I'm just going to reach in there and press them together. Burnish it with my fingers or your bone folder, whatever you can use to reach down in there. And then this is going to close up there. So I'm going to go ahead and get the glue on it. I should have moved my pattern papers before I did all this, but I'm being pretty careful with it. So bring this up and seal that off. Okay, and make sure your box is squared up. Put your hand in there, and that way you can burnish and seal that up. And then I will cut a pattern piece for this bottom because I want to cover all that up. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I think it will make it finished up nicer. Okay, and I didn't put a pattern paper down in there, and you can't really see way down in there. You just see the orange. You could add one in there if you wanted to. So you could cut 2 of that size. So now I'm going to put this little guy on. Right here. This is so cute. This paper is really cute. I'm glad I saw it. Okay, so burnish that. Now then, we are ready. I'm going to go ahead and cut these and put those on. So I'm going to pause and do that real quick. Okay, so I've cut 2 pieces of this that's just under 4 inches wide by 1.5 tall, and I'm just going to do the opposite. I'm going to do the stripe on the outside, and I'm going to drop down the jack-o'-lanterns there on the inside. So this one's going to glue right here to finish this off. Oops. And then this will drop down inside there. And I did ink the edges on these off camera. And then we're ready to decorate. So let me drop this down in there. It would have been easier if I had done it before I assembled it, but it's going to be just fine. It drops down in there and just fits. And then you've got little jack-o'-lanterns down there in the inside. Cute. Really cute. So now we're ready to decorate. So I have the sticker sheet and the journal bits that came with that collection that came in that pack that I picked up at Tuesday morning. And I pulled up this sticker off the border off the sticker sheet. It's the spider webs, and I'm going to line this up right across the top edge, and then I'm going to fold it around, bring it to the back, just kind of putting a little border here on this top edge of the box. Now I loosely fitted it to see if there was enough, and it showed that there was, so I think I'm good. I am. Lucky me. Okay, and just bring this around and attach it down. Now, I'm going to put just a dab of glue right here on the end of it to kind of secure it just in case it pops up some. Okay, I think it'll be okay, but I just want to be sure right there. So we got that on there. Then I went through the stuff and I found this Boo oval and these two, let's see, where are they? Not that one. There was two little banner pieces. I got this one, and there's one more. Don't tell me I lost it. I had it right here in my hand. So hang on, I will find it. Okay, I knew I had it. It was on the floor. So these they're two different sizes, but that's okay. So I'm going to put one there. Just going to put some glue on the top. So just have fun decorating this. I'll put this little banner there and this little banner here. That. Okay, we got some banners, and then we got this top piece that says Boo, and it is going to stick over a little bit, and that's okay. That's what I wanted. So about half of it with glue. I like that. So having something that says Boo for a You've Been Booed door hanger piece is appropriate, I think. What do you think? Okay, so I like that. And then I want some ribbon and stuff here at the top. I'm making sure my little sticker border is staying stuck down. Probably should have put some glue on in different places, but there. Okay, so let me go have a look at there's so many cute little things here. Halloween, You're Fantastic, Goblins and Ghouls, Bigger Halloween Squad Ghouls, Creeping It Real, the Boo Crew, that's cute. So that could go up there somewhere, maybe with a bow. Trick or Treat, I'm just looking to see what other words there are. So Warts Up, Spooky, I Love Candy, Boo, Fabulous, and then October 31st is a little tag. That's cute. Okay, lots of cute stuff. Oh, there's another banner. I could have put a third one in there, but that's okay. I think we have enough. Okay, so let me go grab some ribbon, see what we can make for a bow. Okay, so I went and got this ribbon and started playing with the bow, and I'm going to blame it on the ghosts and goblins to turn my camera off. Actually, it was me. I didn't turn it back on, but here I am. I have tied it on. First I debated whether I wanted such a big bow or not, and I've kind of left it sort of loose a little bit to adjust. I think I'm going to put it more in the center. So I'm trying to decide if I need to tie it a little tighter right here. So we'll see. So yeah, just make a bow however you like to make bows. and tie it on. And I'm tying it on with this narrow satin ribbon in black because I'm going to, whoops, got some buttons and charms I think I may tie on it. So if you think that's too big, once I put it on a doorknob, and this is the kind of ribbon that I can kind of pull around, I may add some more in there with it. So I've got these little spiders. Are they made where I can, they're buttons, and I'm going to thread these on up in here and just kind of loop it around it so that it ties it on. Okay. And then down below, I have these jack-o'-lantern bells. These are from my stash. I'm going to tie one here. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I like it. I don't know about y'all, but I like it. And I can't hear you, so it doesn't matter. So I'm going to trim this down. And this one here. And then I have some of this glittery stuff. I don't know about it. Like a twine stuff. I don't know. Let me get this down. The gauziness. You see our gauze in here. And pull that out. Okay. Spooky Halloween. Like spookiness for Halloween. So, see, I have this stuff. I just don't know if I can make it stand in there or not. Okay, I'm thinking maybe that's enough ribbon. I had thought about adding this up in here, the tag. So, could tie it on this. Let's see what it looks like with that. Just for the tag. I'm gonna run it through. Cut it off even. I'm going to go ahead and tie a knot into the tag. Okay. It's the tag, so like you could write your name if you want them to know who's giving them, booing them. You could do that. Thinking going around through the back here. Just tying this up here at the top, kind of. Down below like that. Okay, kind of down at the bottom. I'm going to tighten a knot. Okay, and maybe let some of this still, oops, hanging over or not. We'll bring it around like that. So there's your tag like that. I'm just going to finish the end of it off. Just going to leave it hanging a little bit. Like that. There we have the tag. We have the bow. Now I was wondering about putting something maybe in the center or not. If I had something to glue in there, like a big black spider or something. We got the two little spiders. We have stickers, but I really don't think of anywhere I could put the stickers. So I'm going to save them for albums, probably for an album that I may do. So I'm going to move that out of the way. We got the moon and the bats. Don't know if that'll work in there or not. So I'm going to go look and see what else I've got. So hang on, everybody. Okay, so I've done a few things. I'm letting it dry. I found this little button with the jack-o'-lantern and the witch's hat and on a broom. Cut the shank off the back. So I've glued it right here at the bottom of the boo. Just kind of give it some dimension. And I found a plastic boo and I've glued that there. So I'm letting it dry. And then I found a ring spider and I cut the back off and I've glued it to the piece from one of these pieces that was a circle with a spider web. And then I'm going to see about gluing that down into that bow. And then I think that'll be done. So while this is drying, I'm going to go run downstairs to the kitchen, grab me a little bag, clear bag, put me some nuts and stuff in it, some healthy foods, right? So if I get into it and start eating it before Halloween, it'll be okay. It won't be candy. But anyhow, I'm going to do that and then bring that back and show you how to tie that up so that it fits down in your box. And this little project for this 13 Frights, which is week number 5. So it's a little early to be putting snacks and things in a box, but I wanted to show you what it looks like, and then I'll probably go ahead and snack on that stuff. And yeah, week number 5. So it's getting closer and closer to Halloween. Hope you're enjoying the 13 Frights. So I'll be back in just a bit while this dries to finish this all up. Okay, so everybody's dry. I put a glue foam dot on the back of this paper piece on this spider. I hope that that will hold it. If not, then I'll have to go back in with glue. But I'm just going to push it down in there. I think it will hold. Okay, so that it's finished. So now I'm ready to add something inside the box just to give you an idea. So I did go downstairs and I got some mixed nuts and I put them in this baggie. Now I could put a bigger one in there, but that one's going to work. So this was a Ziploc. I cut the top off because I want to like tie it up, make it look a little pretty, I guess you would say. Pretty for Halloween, I don't know. You could put candy corn, those little pumpkin candies would be cute, little different colored Hershey's Kisses. Then you could later also add in some little candy bars in there to dress it up. I'll just cut off some ribbon here. I'm going to tie a knot here in this little bag of mixed nuts. I just wanted to show you what it looks like with something in it. about tying it in a bow maybe. Like that, so they could just easily untie it. Of course, I want to trim the ends of my ribbon. That. Then you could dress this up if you wanted to. You could put a sticker on there, something cute. I don't want to use them all up, but those guys are cute. A little mummy. Let's see, which one would I use? I'm going to go with, hey, pumpkin's cute. Hey, pumpkin. I don't know. I just think it's cute. So I'm going to put that on there. And you might have to put some glue, but I think it'll stick. So I like the spider there on with the bow. So I'm going to put that in there like that. And then grab one more thing. Just hang on a second. But if you wanted to make it extra spooky and you wanted to stick something in there like a skeleton, it'd be cute like that. Okay. Nice and spooky. Some more things could go in there if you wanted to. So that is my Boo box door hanger. Thank you so much for joining me for this 13 Frights Before Halloween, week number 5. Make sure you check out everybody's YouTube channel. Their links are down below in my description. Click on more. Every week for the 13 weeks before Halloween, we are joining together to bring you different crafts for your Halloween crafting ghoulish pleasure. And we've had some fabulous projects so far. This is week number 5, so check back next Monday for week number 6. Have a great day. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks.